Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. More with the Bitcoin winter coverage as the Arctic conditions persist out there. Today we'll be talking about the Gemini exchange app, Cardano tools, and more as the kaboomers enter the population of the chat box. Rafterman, XPO, Lee Benke are here, ready to kaboom this morning. Good morning to all you maniacs out there. These Arctic conditions are persisting and it's frosty out there. Hope you guys are bundled up. Again, this is a live broadcast. I need you guys touching the buttons, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Make sure you're caressing all those buttons for me. Make sure we're at the top of the search results out there, spreading the good crypto word. Indeed, this is a live broadcast and we will be talking about the Gemini exchange app that is targeting retail investors. Cardano released some tools out there, and more from Vitalik talking about proof of stake or whatnot. Shout out to CryptoZilla, Flack on gear in the trenches. Shout out to Rafterman, hit the likes. Shout out to Lucian Bobak, good morning. Shout out to Lee Benke, I see you out there. XPO, I see you, and the rest of the kaboomers out there. Make sure you drop a comment, hit the like button, to subscribe if you haven't already. Kaboom it right now. Let's go ahead and look at the markets today and see how healthy things are looking today. You know, I haven't touched this OBS thing all week. I'm gonna have to just delete the whole entire app and reinstall it, and perhaps maybe that'll fix the problem that I'm having here trying to show my screen. It's all good, guys. Coin market cap currently at $107 billion worldwide. Bitcoin dominance about 55.1%, about the same as it was yesterday. Everything is in the red today. Everything is a bloodbath out there. Things continue to go down south. Sub-zero conditions out here, guys. I told you, prepare for a frosty one out there. Bundle up. We'll be talking about it today, but I do expect things that they could go lower. Bitcoin at $3,400, Ripple at 29 cents, trash bags. Ethereum at $87, not looking healthy. We'll be talking about Vitalik's some things that he said out there regarding proof of stake. We got Stellar here at the number 4 spot at 11 cents. Tether now is the number 5 coin at $1.01. Bitcoin Cash at $98. EOS below $2 at $181. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision has surpassed Litecoin out there. It's at $87. Now, my understanding of Bitcoin Satoshi Vision is that it's funny bunny, and there's about 75, or I don't know how many nodes online, but apparently about 4 nodes control about 75% of the entire network out there. And they're apparently having some double spending issues. So that's what it is. Litecoin at $23. Tron, now the number 10 coin at 1 penny. And Tron is looking okay. I'll tell you, Tron is looking okay during this Arctic condition out there. Tron launching more dApps, and they're inviting the developers from EOS and Ethereum on over to launch their dApps over on Tron out there. You see Justin Sun tweeting, kind of taking shots at those 2 other coins, and that's what it is. Cardano at 2 cents, Monero at $42. Not looking good for Monero either. NEM, this silent lurker there at 6 cents, and then you got IOTA at 22 cents. There you go. As the rest of the boomers tune in, Mark D says, good morning, champ. Where are the viewers? Crypto dead or what? Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a frosty one out there. These conditions, only a few good men remain out here, Mark D. And we told you guys, we'll still be rocking with the best of them out here. So if you're still here in the population of the chat box, consider yourself a crypto maniac out there. CryptoZilla says, the funny bunnies are losing limbs all over the places. Be careful not to get caught in the line of fire. Indeed. Good morning to YM. Good morning to Dolphin134. Haven't seen you in a while. Let me drop a bomb for you. Boom. YM says proof of stake. I see that. Queens races out there. Good morning. I seen Queens released a new video out there, a race. I haven't checked it out yet, but it came up on my feed because I did subscribe. So shout out to Queens if you guys are interested in streetcar races. Queens Races covers that on his YouTube channel, so check it out. YM says crypto is in a death cycle. Right now, it's spiraling down south. I told you guys, bundle up. It's a cold one out there, and we're going to have to weather this Arctic blast. More with the BTC winter coverage here, Champagne Crypto. The voice, we're not going anywhere out there. I'll tell you, things are looking grim out there, and we're going to have to weather this storm, and indeed, it's not fun to get online and see things go down, but we do have long-term faith here with the bits, more bits, more bits, and more kabooms. And hopefully this winter will surpass quickly Shout out to Dolphin, D-Rock, Queens Races, CryptoZilla, Mark DYM, Who Me, thinks Ripple's taking over. I doubt it. Lucian, CryptoZilla, Raptorman, and the rest of the crypto maniacs tuning in. I appreciate all you maniacs. So let's talk about the Gemini exchange. So I have this article linked down below on cryptoglobe.com. The Winklevoss twins targeting retail investors with launch of Gemini mobile app. So they just recently released this today, actually. They announced in a blog published earlier today, they talked about a new mobile app and it listed its main feature. So they're going to be using this app to target retail investors, which is good because we need more retail buyers here in the market. I don't know how much is this going to impact here in the short run, but it is what it is. So some of the features are buying and selling any of the supported cryptos. They support Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash now, Litecoin, and Zcash. Real-time market prices and portfolio value, price alerts, recurring buy orders, sending and receiving crypto, and buying what they call the cryptoverse. Now, my understanding is the cryptoverse is a YouTuber out there, but now they're using that term. It's funny how they try to use our terms here on the tube and take it for them. We're gonna have to start trademarking some of these slangs out there. So anyway, they call the cryptoverse a basket containing all of the 5 supported cryptocurrencies based on weighted market cap. Currently, the percentage for Bitcoin, Ether, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Zcash are 82%, 12%, 2%, and 2%. And 0.39% respectively. So most of the bag there on that cryptoverse, basically like a portfolio, I would guess, is 82%. So you could buy all their coins at once, and then they'll go ahead and they base it on a weighted market cap. So Cameron Winklevoss, the president of Gemini, told Forbes in an interview that the twins and Gemini could handle a severe drop in cryptocurrency prices since the highs achieved last December. Now, here's some quotes that they say. For many years, when we were building Gemini, price wasn't a thing. Bitcoin was $200 a coin, they said. Then last year, it's actually an anomaly and almost, you could argue, a distraction out there. So, you know, maybe this kaboom and bust is a distraction. They've been building it and they believe in the long term, apparently. So he later added, while some capital might be leaving the market, the human capital is really impressive. And it's long-term capital. People don't make decisions to enter crypto on a month-to-month or price-to-price basis. Now, you know, some people do, some of the new baby bear cubs or whatnot, and some retail investors may. But we see that the financial institutions are slowly building their infrastructure out there. And I will agree that people just don't make decisions to enter crypto on a month-to-month basis. They're looking at things more to mid to long term. In a press release, Cameron said, we spent the last 3 years, building the world's most trusted cryptocurrency platform, and today we are excited to extend it into the hands of our customers. Crypto never sleeps, so it's important for us to make it easy for our customers to engage with wherever they are and whenever they want. So this is linked down below if you guys want to check it out. Shout out to Dolphin. Queens Races says his last video is 10 minutes of street racing. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, check out the street racing, guys, if you want to see that on YouTube. Queens is covering it. Rafterman says, holder of last resort here. A few good men remain. Rafterman, we're not going anywhere. We're going down with the ship. I think it's going to go down lower, but, you know, let's see when things will resurface out there. YM says resurrection is coming when everyone gives up. Yeah, I believe things will resurrect, but I think it'll take longer than some expect, perhaps even till 2020. So we'll have to prepare for that. Derek says someone get Vitalik a damn tampon or maxi pad. It's getting bloody for him and Ether. Indeed, out there, Derek McLean. I agree with you. CryptoZilla says funny bunnies going kaboom. The funny bunnies have been obliterated out there, and then some of the trolls and haters are actually rejoicing now that the price is going low. So that's what it is. Roger Oliver with the €2. Kaboom to Roger. Shout out to Roger. Welcome back to the population out there. Let me throw a sniper rifle. Thank you, Roger, for the love out there. Let me drop a little fiat from the ceiling for you. Good morning to you as well. Crypto only moves higher with a V-shaped recovery, but at what price does a V-shaped recovery occur, Mark D? We're still waiting. I think it's still too early to call. Cliff Martin says, listening in while on the road, got my winter tires on and heat cranked up. Indeed, you may have to put some chains on the tires out there because the road is getting slippery out there here when it comes to crypto. guys. Make sure you are safe and prepared out there for things to dip, dive, and slide lower in temperature. Shout out to the Revolutionist. Good morning to you. He says, I can see the market falling to a $70 billion market cap range. And I would not disagree with you. I do expect things to go lower. Right now, the market cap is at $107 billion. It could slide under $100 billion. Now, for the long term, I can see the market cap hitting at least $1 trillion. That could put Bitcoin somewhere back about 25,000, 30,000. It could take a year, year and a half. But I think that's reasonable for a market cap when it comes to crypto to hit $1 trillion. I think the all-time high was at 750 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Lucian says it is a go lower on Christmas and New York exchange, and then we'll start to recovery easily. So it is a go on lower on Christmas. I'm sorry, I'm not reading that correctly, but I think you're talking about the New York Stock Exchange. I'm not sure if NASDAQ is going to pick up the bits in Q1, but there's been some speculation about that. Revolutionist says, I'm waiting to buy a boatload of Cardano, but waiting as I think it's going to fall lower. Yeah, we'll be talking about Cardano next, actually. Let me go ahead and read that to you. FXStreet.com is reporting here. John Isage says, Cardano, 2 smart contract tools released. Cardano against the US dollar is showing resilience out there, according to FXStreet.com, which is bullish news for the Cardano maniacs, and especially the Cardano general here, Revolutionists, that's bullish on Cardano for the long gunner out there. IOHK launches 2 smart contracts tools on Cardano blockchain. Cardano breaks out of the descending channel to trade sideways. Okay, so apparently IOHK has been working on the tools to give startups, fintechs, companies, financial service providers, and academia the ability to develop smart contracts on the Cardano network. Plutus is a tool that was designed to provide a programming language framework. The tool has been made using a combination of Haskell functional language with Cardano. The platform is robust in nature and is up to the task when it comes to the smart contract requirements of the above mentioned groups. So on the other hand, they also have another tool called the Marlowe. It's a non-programmer tool that can be used to generate code as well as develop software products. So the CEO of IOHK, Charles Hoskinson, he's the lead developer there for Cardano. He says, and I quote, "We're really excited to release test beds of Plutus and Marlowe so developers, finance pros, and academics can test how they can use smart contracts on Cardano. Both techs are a major step forward for the blockchain industry. They have been rigorously designed by a team of leading experts in programming language design with the aim of reducing the kinds of software bugs that have led to huge losses totaling hundreds of millions of dollars." So if you guys don't know, Cardano is being touted as the first scientifically peer-reviewed blockchain. So they're building this like someone would build an airplane, is what actually Charles Hoskinson said himself to me in an interview. So this thing's taking a little longer to roll out, but hopefully the tech stands the test of time out there. Queen says, picked up more Litecoin at $22. You know, this is on a side note, but Charlie Lee's brother, Bobby Lee, he was tweeting, I think yesterday or the day before, that he believes that Bitcoin is going to go down to $2,500 and then up to $330,000 before crashing back to $40,000 somewhere in 2020 or 2021 if Bitcoin follows the same trends as it has in the past perfectly, says Bobby Lee. I should have linked that, but I didn't. So you guys may want to check out Bobby Lee's Twitter out there. So apparently he's expecting a bull run at 330,000 and then a crash down to the 40K mark somewhere around 2020, 2021 out there, boomers. And that's what it is. The Revolutionist keeps some fiat for groceries, says Mark D. He's got 25K, but he has 3,000 waiting. Revolutionist is not playing games when it comes to Cardano. Definitely a long-term bull. So if Cardano does well, Revolutionist is throwing a party, buying a castle, and populating it with several princesses. Jim says Cardano is the bomb. Okay, it's nice to see that. You know, there's still some believers, although you know it's been taking a hit out there. It's looking bad as far as price, but according to this article, Cardano has broke out of the descending channel and it's now trading sideways. Jim says groceries are overrated. Forage for food by Cardano. Shout out to Jim. CryptoZilla says, yeah, I hear a lot more from the people working in cages now that crypto's going down versus when it was cresting. They only want to justify their fear of taking any risks to go ahead. Yeah, those no coiners, those normies, those NPCs, they are rejoicing when they see things go down because they missed the boat the last time, and they want to go ahead and justify the reason that they didn't get onto the train. So, they want to make themselves feel better about their mistakes. So it's all good out there. Derek McLean says, Champ, I was calling for 24.96 just like Mr. Lee. 24.96. Yeah, that's what Mr. Lee said, I think on Sunday or Monday out there. And at this point, you know how I've always been bullish. I'm kind of bearish right now for the short term. And I can see things even going under 25. I'll tell you that. The $1,000 range is possible. Although I'm not expecting it, it's possible out there. So, prepare for impact and stay warm during this Arctic blast out there. Revolutionist is going to rent me a room in his castle when Cardano pumps, says Queens. We're going to have to all throw a party in that castle out there, Revolutionist. Groceries are a bubble, says Rafterman. D-Rock says, how much longer do you think the Cardano holders will demand to see the promises? ETH promises looking like an exit. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, these ETH promises, I've heard speculation that ETH is going to fork, and it's been promises for years now. It's over a year at least. When it comes to Cardano, how long do I think holders will demand to see the promises? Well, they would have at least a year. So, if they don't deliver in Q1, I'm sure that they can, extend things. But it's not a good look. At this point, I think people want results right now. And I would like to see Cardano deliver on their promises on Q1. But this... it's coming before Q1. They're already releasing some smart contract tools. It's linked down below on FX Street if you guys want to read more. CryptoZilla says the normies wouldn't get on the boat anyway. Yeah, but they're always there to complain out there. You know the deal, CryptoZilla. If Jimmy Page of Zeppelin can live in a castle, why can't revolutionists? Gotta believe. Indeed. Kaboom to that. Mark D says, when we break 3,900 could come fast. So I don't know. You're saying that's going to go under 1,000. That right there would be a meltdown. But anything's possible. Anything's possible. I don't know. I would say that we're probably getting close to the bottom. But again, we've seen things get frosty out there. So we got to prepare for impact. Now under 1,000. Like I said, even the $1,000 range, I'm not expecting it. But anything's possible. Revolutionist Cardano is on track. Now, let me ask Mark D, because I've noticed that you've been a little negative in the comments. Do you believe in Bitcoin for the for the midterm to the long term, or are you just waiting for it to go crash and burn out there? What's your expectation for the mid to long term with Bitcoin? Because I noticed Mark is a little negative when it comes to the price out there. So, what do you think? Is this the death of Bitcoin, or you think it's just going to go down to 900 before it kabooms? Do you have anything positive to say? In other words, Revolutionist says Cardano is on track. Cardano will win the long game as most coins fall. Hopefully. Cardano has been delivering, says Jim. Survey, what is the bottom? I'm thinking 2,800 to 2,700. I think it's too early to call, Jim. I'm gonna be honest with you. It could be even lower. I think we need to manage our expectations out there, and maybe even Mark is right. He thinks that long term there will be a crypto replacement for Bitcoin. That could be true. I actually had thought about that recently, but what would be the replacement? Everybody's going to say it's Ripple, but Ripple doesn't stand for the crypto ethos out there. Ripple's just a digital fiat. So, when it comes to that true cryptocurrency that's, hits all the beats that Bitcoin has promised, so far I haven't seen the coin. I think we've talked about this before. Most people can't seem to agree on that one altcoin that is a boomer. Everybody, has a different opinion. Revolutionist thinks it's Cardano. Others have said Zcash. Others have said Tron. Some said EOS. But I don't think we've seen it. We probably not seen a replacement yet. So there you go. We agree with that, Mark D. Let's see. So far, so what do you think? That Bitcoin's going to zero? Then is that what you're saying, Mark D? Which I don't believe, but let's see what Mark D has to say. John says, I don't think we will see a bull market until Lightning Network is here and Bitcoin can actually be used. So I expect sideways for reconnection successful. And we are back. We are back. Drop a comment there and make sure that you guys are still hearing me out there. I know we got knocked off there for a second. Live stream health is on the green, but it looks like the software got knocked off. Drop a comment. Roger that. Do you read me? Bitcoin falling till February 2019, says Queen's Races. CryptoZilla says, how did everyone feel in 2008 when the banks were failing? Massive people losing their homes. It was gut-wrenching. Are we close to that? I don't think that we're there yet, but you know, that's what some people are speculating, that we're going to repeat 2008 all over again sooner than later. Revolutionist says Ripple's backed by the bankers' money, which gives it value for that reason. Ripple could put really high, but long term, I believe Cardano will be the top three. You know, if we go back to 2008 problems, like CryptoZilla is asking about, you know, how much would people trust in a coin that's backed by bankers? You know, people weren't too happy with the banking system out there. So, you know, if the markets go down on the financial legacy side, will people trust a replacement that is proposed by the banks? And I think some suckers will, but will, the people that matter actually jump on the boat, or will they go back into Bitcoin? Lucian says Cardano has the chance to be that one crypto to overtake Bitcoin. It will be truly decentralized with over 1,000 pools. It will have smart contracts. Will have the best POS system. The future is bright for Cardano. Andrew says own your own private keys on your BTC. Always move your exchanges, move off the exchanges into your own wallet. Indeed, Andrew, you are absolutely right. Make sure you're controlling your own keys. I think most of the cryptomaniac boomers here, the few good men that remain here in the population of the chat box, the blockchain battlefield trenches, they know that. But if you're a newbie or you forgot about that, make sure you control your own keys and don't leave your crypto on exchanges. That goes for even the trusted exchanges like Coinbase or Gemini. Make sure you get your own crypto wallet and you control your private keys. You can go ahead and write them down on a piece of paper. You can keep them on a hard wallet, or you can etch them in stone, hieroglyphic style, and that's okay. Deep dives have to be hard and painful before they rebound strong on a new foundation. Okay, I agree with CryptoZilla. When the majority of people feel that Bitcoin is going to keep falling on a consistent basis, then that's when it will begin to be the biggest signal for it to start its reverse. So we may be getting close because, myself, I do expect it to continue to fall. I don't know how low, but, maybe this is not the bottom. So maybe, if your CryptoZilla is right, maybe things will take a turn for the positive. But I do think we're going to have to wait a little bit. Bit Papa's here. Kaboom. Shout out to Bit Papa. Haven't seen you in a few days. Welcome back here to the population. Welcome back. Queen's Races says definitely stay offline. Queen's Races out there. And Revolutionist agrees with Lucian out there. Let's go ahead and talk about what Vitalik was speaking about here. Crypto Globe is reporting Vitalik Buterin says proof-of-stake blockchains of the future will be thousands of times more efficient. And this goes in line with what Revolutionist has been saying here day in, day out, that he thinks that POS is the future. Now, I'm not completely convinced with POS yet, although I like POS coins, okay? And I've held POS coins, and EOS is one of them. And apparently Ethereum is going to switch on over to proof of stake. So that's what it is. So he was quoted as saying, let me go ahead and scroll down here. If layer one, or the base layer of blockchains, aka the main chain, becomes cheap enough, he literally foresees things like receipts of everyday purchases being published to blockchain, because it'll just be the simplest tool out there for achieving the desired guarantees of verifiability, non-double spending, etc. Buterin predicts. He also adds that computers have become 1 trillion times cheaper per unit computation in the last 70 years. Human labor has gotten 2 to 10 times more expensive, so incurring high technical costs to achieve reductions in social costs is at least sometimes a very good bargain. And he goes on to say an ERC 721 token is a collectible that you can hold in your Ethereum wallet and is yours in a very real cryptographic sense. This would not be the case if it was just stored in a centralized server. So he's making a few points there if you want to read about it. I think that this headline's a little bit not deceiving, but the core of this article doesn't really talk about proof of stake out there. I'm not completely convinced with the proof of stake just as of late. I still think that there is the values in proof of work because it kind of anchors it into the real world. But again, you know, I haven't shied away from POS coins, and I know Cardano's one of them, EOS another one of them, and you know, we have coins like Dash that are hybrid coins, which are also attractive. You got proof of work, proof of stake hybrids like Dash and Pivx, so that's something you guys may want to check it out. Vitalik needs insure. Now he's losing it slowly. Guys, Vitalik looking slim, and it looks like all he does is talk. And when was the last upgrade to Ethereum out there? Jim says ETH is scrambling to say anything the market wants to hear, but that's all it has been for a year. Talk. Time to stop the girly talk and head to the gym. I agree out there. Somebody send the creatine to Vitalik right now and his friends as well. Yeah, champ, I believe 100% believe that POS will replace proof of work, which will also decentralize the crypto market even more, as 3/4 of Bitcoin's proof of work is managed by just 7 companies. Cardano will have at least 1,000 pools out there, and that's a good thing. That's one thing that does attract me to Cardano, that has more pools as opposed to something like EOS, which has only 21 block producers, and there's a barrier to entry to become a block producer. You need to be voted in. Now, I want to know how one could become a block producer on the Cardano network. Do you know if you need to be voted in, or is it open to anyone that has the coinage? Vitalik has dementia, says BitPapa. You know, look, at this point, he's acting, you know, like he needs a steak or something, because, you know, right now, he seems a bit to be a little bit. He's like he's losing it out there. Give him a steak, give him some protein powder, give him something out there. Testosterone cypionate immediately. We got 24 crypto maniacs here in the box. I appreciate all you crypto maniac boomers. This is the Arctic winter coverage. Bitcoin in the frosty zone out there, getting cold out there. Vitalik needs a medical kit, says Lee Benke. It's nothing but promises and promises out there for ETH. And I have a baggie of ETH, I'm sure you guys know. And, you know, I tend to somewhat still believe in ETH the same way I tend to somewhat believe in Litecoin. But those two bags are stinking up right now. They're kind of stinky out there. Revolutionist says, you stake your coins in a pool. As for managing a pool, I don't know, says a Revolutionist when it comes to Cardano. Okay, we're going to have to learn more about that, Revolutionist, as Q1 approaches and D-Day for Cardano comes closer. They need, you know, the decision needs to be made with Cardano sooner or later. Is it going to be a boomer or not? Are they going to deliver out there? McLovin is out here. Shout out to McLovin out there in Vegas. To you. What up, McLovin? Nice to see you still here in the population. We still got a few good men out there. We still got a few good men. He's asking about thoughts on EOS. Thoughts on EOS, you know, right now, I don't know. It's you know, I don't know if it's going to pull through the storm after this gentleman, Larimer, hinted at a new blockchain or whatnot. I like EOS, and I think that there's a lot of development going on there. Now, Justin Sun just tweeted and said, you know, we could save all you developers, move those dApps over to Tron, and Tron seems to be picking up some steam. So let's see. Let's see. I mean, I'm on the EOS train, not on the Tron train. So hopefully it does kaboom. Kaboom to Lee Benke with the $9.99. Snag some Cardano, champ. Okay, I may have to jump on the train with you guys. And I've been saying that ever since it was 8 cents. And I'm kind of glad I did it because the price went down. So, you know, is this the bottom for Cardano? Apparently, for FX Street, they say, you know, now it's trading sideways and it broke out of its descending channel. So, you know, is that a good sign out there? Shout out to Lee Benke out there with Apollo, community manager. I appreciate you, Lee. Thank you for the love out there. Let me throw a sniper rifle for you and a little bit of fiat out there. Lee Benke throwing $10 there into the population of the chat box, supporting Baby Champ's Formula Fund. Kaboom to Rafterman with his daily $2. Bitcoin, Litecoin, and OMG are my belief for the win. Thank you, Rafterman. Always showing love out there. Rafterman, one of our high-ranking officials, a sniper out there, still shooting at whatever moves. Shooting at these polar bear cubs out there during this frosty season out there. And kaboom to Bit Papa. Bit Papa with his 2 out there showing love as well. I see you maniacs catching my back here during this crypto storm, during this crypto winter. I appreciate Bit Papa, Rafterman, Apollo, Lee Banky with Apollo, and what was it, Roger Oliver that dropped there. I see you guys. I appreciate it out there. Thank you. Revolutionist says, I'm ranked within the top 10% of Cardano holders. Revolutionist is not playing games. You better invite us to that castle out there, Revolutionist. I got a good feeling about it. Jim says Vitalik's albino skin shining through. He needs to leave the boardroom meeting with the bankers and get some sunshine. He needs to go out there and get a tan, get some vitamin D indeed out there. Karan says, just join. What did I miss? Not much. We're just talking about a few things when it comes to Gemini, Cardano tools, and more. Everything's linked down below. Derek says, I don't like Tron because it's always promoted by Travon. Okay, that's what it is. Tron Connect, says Jim. Now he's Tron James, apparently. Shout out to him. I mean, he's been in the game for a while, and, you know, I think he got slacked because of what happened or whatnot, but shout out to him regardless. Deep Freeze in the session, champ. Burn the fiat to stay warm. Indeed, we may have to start burning some cash out there to stay warm. I see you out there, Big Papa. Revolutionist says, I will. He invite us to the castle, hopefully. Queens with the $2 out there. Boom, let it rain. Queens, thank you out there for the $2. I appreciate you as well. Guys showing love to Champagne today. I appreciate you guys. McLovin says Vitalik looks to be in severe deficiency in protein, vitamin D, and quality gym time. What he needs to do is tune into our second broadcast on Fridays. General self-improvement chat. Perhaps maybe we can get him into the gym, start deadlifting. We need him to look more like Larry Wheels, okay? Because right now it's not looking good. Indeed. Just been watching 10x Q&A. Good for Asia, Europe, and bad for USA. 10x is on the pump today. 10x pay token. We've covered it in the past out there. Although there's been some, you know, bad light shined on Mr. I forgot his name. Hopspin. I forgot his name, but the head developer over there at 10x was linked to some funny bunny coins in the past or MLM schemes. But he says that, you know, that he learned his lesson. And, you know, I think everybody has, you know, been burned at one point, including Champagne. You know, we haven't made the best decisions in the past, but it's all good. It's all good. We learn and we keep moving, remove the doomers and focus on the boomers out there. So 10X is on the boom today. Michael says, Dan Larimer has consistently said he's not leaving EOS, but the EOS FUD keeps getting repeated without evidence. Right, right. And that's probably why the price is going down there, Mike. And I don't like to see that because I hold the bag, but that's the fact. Queens, I hodl a lot of silver also, says the Revolutionist. Shout out to my metalheads. You know, Champagne has a couple of silver coins as well. And maybe I'll show the new Steam coin that I got a few months ago. I got 2 Steam coins. I showed my first one, but I haven't showed the second one I got there. I got a commemorative Steam token in silver. Vitalik is doing yoga right now, drinking a soy shake. You guys are going hard on Vitalik. Can anyone explain why we need so many stablecoin instead of having more fiat pairs? Jim, the only thing that I can explain is that they're funny bunny counterfeit crypto, and those that are making those stablecoins are using them to buy up more Bitcoin. So they're funny bunny, they're counterfeit crypto, if you ask me. Now, I don't have any direct evidence to prove that, but you seem to be questioning them as well, just like I am. So, you know, it looks funny bunny to me. If Vitalik looked like wheels, I'd buy Ethereum right now, says Big Papa. Shout out to you. Revolutionist, you're smart, says Queens. Cryptonomicon's here. Shout out to Nomicon. I see you. Good morning, champ. Hope all is well. Killing it right now. Shorting Bitcoin. When it goes up, I'll make a killing. Loving it 100. The trend is your friend. Shout out to Nomicon. More power to you. I'm not, you know, into shorting Bitcoin. I don't want the karma. But if that's what you're doing and you're winning, shout out to you. I'm not mad at you. Revolutionist says, if Cardano falls to 2 cents, I'll drop 3,000 on it. Revolutionist is not playing games out there. Shout out to you. Derek McLean says, it's more because you need more regulations as an exchange to have fiat pairs. Responding to that question when it comes to stable coins. But what do you think, Derek? You don't think these stable coins are funny bunny? I don't know. I don't know about these stable coins. Champ, you may have to help Vitalik with the gym improvements right now. If he gets in shape, he may look more like Ronda Rousey than Wheels. Yeah, we need to get Vitalik here on the stream or something. I mean, I would love to see Vitalik hit the gym or do something. Maybe that would increase the value of the coin because he's looking skinny and frail indeed. Queens, do any boomers believe we're in for a crash before the end of the year? I think, the crash is already here. I mean, we've gone down from 20K down to where we're at. But will it go down even lower? It's a possibility. Now, I'm not sure if you're referring to crypto or to the legacy financial system, but that is expected to go down as well. So let's see. Kaboom. What's up, champ? Shout out to Blockchain Susha. I see you. Kaboom. Let me throw you a bomb. Namacon says, champ, we may be hitting to 2,800. We just talked about that before you jumped into the box. Namacon, now Bobby Lee, Charlie Lee's brother, is talking about 2,500. And like I said, I think that it could go even lower. I mean, I'm not expecting it to go into the $1,000 range, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes even lower. D-Rock says, fiat pairs isn't what I'm interested in. I'm looking for more trading pairs on bigger exchanges. Indeed. Revolutionist says, Queens, I think that market cap will touch $70 billion range before any moonshot, but that's just my guess as no one knows. So that would put it slightly, make another 30% drop on the price right now. So, I mean, that could be, that could put crypto Bitcoin around 2,000 if we hit a $70 billion range, which is possible. Derek McLean says, yes, they for sure have a higher chance of being funny bunny, but there's a need for them at the same time, says Derek McLean, as far as the stable coin. I don't know, but it seems people like people like that. So, that's what it is. Meaning the regular stock market. Yeah, the regular stock market, some people are saying that it's topping off. And if the Fed does increase the rates, that could negatively impact the market. We've already seen the 10-year yields decrease. So, that's not a good sign. Good morning to Copy. Original Copy, what's up to you? Kaboom. Jim says, Namacon, I agree, 2,800 to 2,900. Crypto Namacon says, 2,800 don't hold, 1,800 is next support. Yeah, like I said, it could go into the $1,000 range. It could drop under 2,000. So let's see. It's going to be a stormy one. Right now, we're going to have to hodl through this Arctic blast. And I don't expect things to look better to at least the springtime. And it could be cold all entire 2019. But on the other hand, you got to ask yourself, why are all the financial legacy institutions setting up an infrastructure to target more investors? Why is Binance opening up investment accounts, sub accounts or whatnot? Why is Gemini opening up more apps? Why are these people building out the infrastructure? And if they don't believe things are going to boom for the mid to long term? Coin market cap slowly slipping to 100 billion. Yeah, we're at 107 right now. BitPapa, indeed. D-Rock says, I think ETH being a trading pair on the bigger exchanges is the only reason it has value. Once we see more trading pairs, ETH will be done, in my opinion. Now, it's not looking good for ETH. It is not looking good for ETH. All we see is Vitalik talking and talking, but no delivery when it comes to the sharding, the plasma. And, Dan Larimer said this before he launched EOS. He says that ETH is not scalable, and trying to fix ETH right now is like trying to change an engine on a moving car. It's almost impossible, is what he said. So that's out of the developer's mouth. Definitely a crypto winter, indeed, says Namacon. Queen's Racist says, because a lot of people believe if the regular stock falls, Bitcoin will rise. What do you think, champ? Yeah, I think that, a complete crash in the markets could lead people to look for alternatives to the legacy financial system, as they did in 2008. Remember, Satoshi tweeted about the bank bailouts in the Genesis block. So Bitcoin is an alternative to the banking system. So if the banking system goes down, I think that people could look at Bitcoin more seriously. Original Copy says 2,800 to 2,900, but this is not the final drop. Expect a rally after this dump, followed by another one after a mini pump to 5K or so. Yeah, I could believe that, Copy. I could believe that. I can see that. Revolutionist says if Pivx falls to 10 cents, he might buy at 10,000 for a masternodes, but he can't see Pivx falling that low. Okay, that would be sexy. A little masternode out there with Pivx. I like Pivx. Let me know if you do that out there. I would like to know about that. Big Papa says crypto ice age. Tell Trump climate change is real if he's not in jail already. Big Papa out there cracking jokes. I see you. Cryptonomicon says, FYI, people must also realize once institutional investors come in, they will bring even more tools to short ETH and Bitcoin. That's the problem. You know, these shorts and, you know, these derivatives or whatnot. I think that has negatively impacted the market, but you may be right. That may impact the price more to a negative price out there. It may drop the price even more with these shorts. So you got a point. Andrew says, I like the way you think, revolutionist. Namacon says another round of capitulation is on the way. Derek McLean says this is the crypto ice age, and what happens by then what happened by the end of the ice age, many animals went extinct. We've talked about that as well. I expect a lot of these coins to go down. Just last week or the week before, we had 2,100 coins on the market cap. Now we have 2,069. So about at least 30 coins have already been taken off the market cap. And I expect a lot more to be completely liquidated. If the economy collapses, people looking for food or water, crypto gets introduced later. Right. Yeah. I mean, listen, you know, we're talking about an economic collapse, you know, like 2008, you know, people weren't out there, you know, fighting for food and water. But, you know, they did look for alternatives. So, you know, that's what births Bitcoin. So if the price goes down and stocks go down, you know, 50% or whatnot, I think people would seriously consider some alternatives. Namacon says we need 2,000 coins off the market. I agree. Most of these coins are not going to win. Bitcoin meant for peer-to-peer transfer of value, not for shorting. Bankers have created a nightmare for the little people yet again, says Jim. And yeah, that's the problem. And they've done that with precious metals as well. And some may argue that's how they have suppressed the price of silver. Queen says, I'm gonna be feeling like a broken masternode if back don't pump the price. I don't expect back to bump the price, Queens. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it could be the opposite. It could be what Namakon's saying. It's just gonna be more tools to short the market. Bitpapa says all the stable coins should be illegal since they represent USD. Derek McLean says if stocks go down, I don't think retail investors will have the cash on hand to invest in crypto. Right. That's true. But will those that do have cash move on over and store their value in something opposite to the financial system, the alternative, you know? And we've seen that. And I think that's what really caused Bitcoin to rise when it did back in, you know, 2010, 2011. Speaking of silver, he was just charting it. He's bearish, says Original Copy. He sees a $9 silver as a possibility. That sucks. Because silver, you know, should be a lot higher. But, you know, that's what these people do. They play with the markets, apparently. Anyone keeping an eye on crypto being exposed worldwide as a payment currency is waiting to see which failed fiat countries will use crypto and which one. I think, you know, Venezuela and had already tried to adopt some crypto. I think Dash is out there trying to promote, and, you know, they did the Petro coin. I'm not too interested in that. But all these things are traded against Bitcoin, so that's what it is. If stable coins are backed by the USD, that would make it a security. That's interesting. I never thought of it like that. Original Copy. I can't see a $9 silver as it's already undervalued, says the revolutionist. Pepe El Toro, it says, is there any altcoins for food or water? No, but you can exchange your coins to buy food or water. You know, you can exchange your coins for Bitcoin and fiat. So I don't know, you know, could you go exchange gold right now for food or water? I'm sure you could in the future if that, you know, things got bad. So I don't know. Bitpapa says they're calling $18 silver in 2019. If Bitcoin hits $1,000, I'll move it into the car for a year so that I can live in a luxury forever afterwards, says Jim. Derek McLean says no country will adopt crypto that's not stable. Right. I mean, you know, listen, the countries are not supporting Bitcoin. It's like they've been fighting Bitcoin all during its rise out there. But I think that this technology, and that's the whole point with crypto, that it's an alternative to centralized currencies. It's an alternative to what countries want. And I think that's what we're banking on here. Everything else is just a derivative of the financial legacy system. So, you know, if you're in it for the long term, I believe you're in it for the actual alternative. So let's see. Let's see if it all works out. We've been on for 45 minutes, a little longer than I expected. I'll go ahead and take a few more comments and questions before I get out of here, guys. I don't want to keep these broadcasts more than really 45. And they've been actually performing better around 30 minutes. I think during this crypto Arctic blast out there, people are more interested in replaying shorter broadcasts. But, you know, I enjoy rocking with you guys. And I'm enjoying even more the second live streams on Fridays talking about this self-improvement, lifting or whatnot, and diet and exercise. You know, that's what I've been focused on, because I'm not expecting the markets to go up anytime in the short term. So it is what it is. Original Copy says, check this stream after it ends. I'll post my precious metal in the charts. Precious metal charts, says Original Copy. Yeah, I know that you're on Trading View out there. So if you guys want to check out Copy's charts, go ahead and follow him. Check him out if you want to see his perspective. Indeed. Shout out to Copy. I appreciate you. Yeah, Michael's right. Crypto's about peer-to-peer, not about banks or governments. That's exactly, you know, why, you know, I think that maybe Derek, something that you're not looking at. He says, I love what crypto stands for as an alternative, but I know a country's sole power is to control the money supply. They will fight to the death to have this power. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. And that's the way things have been going. But if you believe in the long term, and you got to ask yourself, why has Bitcoin been able to rise? Like, why has it been able to go up? Because no country really controls it. So if you believe in the alternative, then you could see that perhaps there will be more of an alternative in the future. But as far as your statement that countries will fight to the death to control their power, I do believe that. Yeah, absolutely. Cryptomaniacs know to get crypto on bull runs. In the bear markets, there's nothing wrong with getting money with BTC tanks. Why sit back and watch your portfolio get wrecked when you can get money shorting Bitcoin? When Bitcoin turns bullish, I will long BTC ride the wave up. Yeah, okay, you know, that's fine. If you're only in it for the profit, that's cool. And I appreciate that. That's cool. But me personally, I'm not only in it for the profit. I'm also in it for the long-term alternatives, for the future of our family and our children. But that's a whole nother philosophical discussion. And I invite you to look at the Crypto Manifesto video that we have linked down below. And that's why we've been rocking. As far as me, it's like not only about profit, I think it's about the actual morality behind things. You know, these governments have been funny bunny too long, and it's not only about profits. You know, I don't want to keep playing the game. Do countries really have power based on their fiat? World banks own their power. Right. I think that you're right. I mean, I guess when people discuss about, like, you know, countries and their fiat, you know, basically what you're talking about is world banks. You're right there, D-Rock. And that's the problem. And that's why I don't want to keep rocking with these world banks, because I've seen the funny bunny within. And if you were around for the 2008 crash, you can really see what kind of a garbage systems that we've been running. I mean, this is, you know, the Wizard of Oz, guys. I've told you guys. Check out the video. NPCs, the hidden symbolism behind the Wizard of Oz. This is a bunch of smoke and mirrors. We need to expose that and get onto a new system sooner than later. And in order to provide that alternative, sometimes, you know, you're going to have to suffer some losses. You know, in order to win the war, you're going to have to go in there and, you know, step on a few landmines, lose a limb or something. You know, if you're not ready to draw blood and all you want is profit, then, you know, I'm not sure how that type of mentality is going to lead us to long-term victory. But again, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Suplex the likes out there. Thumbs up indeed. Suplex the likes. Hit all the buttons out there. I'm going to go ahead and start tuning out, guys. Shout out to Pepe. Shout out to BitPapa, Blockchain Susha, Cryptonomicon, D-Rock, and the rest of the boomers, guys. I'll be back tomorrow morning with the good crypto word out there. And guys, go to the gym, okay? And stop looking at these coin market caps and spending too much time online. Go outside, get a little bit of vitamin D on your skin. Go to the gym and make sure you're doing whatever you can not to look like Vitalik. I'll leave it on that note, guys. It's the voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Thanks for tuning in.